Hello everyone, TMMgamer, and today I have the pleasure of bringing you a very interesting FIFA 13 tutorial. Now today's tutorial, as you can see from the title, is all about using your radars, because a lot of people don't seem to use their radar whenever they're attacking or defending, and this is just a really short but very useful tutorial to show you the benefits of consulting the radar as often as possible. So let's plunge straight into the tutorial. Now, before I get into actually explaining the tip that I want to show you guys today, I just want to explain the motivation for me uploading this particular tutorial. And it was a couple of weeks back. I follow a lot of FIFA 13 Facebook groups on Facebook, and one of them uploaded a meme saying, you know, with a picture of a FIFA 13 guy playing with the radar highlighted and saying, click like if you never ever use the radar. And hundreds and hundreds of people clicked like, and the comments were filled with people saying, oh, the radar's pointless, I don't see why anyone would bother to look at it, you know, what's the use of this, it's completely useless, don't need it at all. And I was actually pretty surprised by how many people got it into their heads that the radar's a useless tool. And I just want to show you guys with this one example here that it isn't. It's an absolutely fantastic tool in both attacking and defending, but especially attacking. And the reason for this is because, as you can see with the image paused here on the screen, sometimes you don't really get a full appreciation of the layout of the pitch by just looking at the screen. I mean, if you have a look here and I asked you, just on the evidence of the screen, not including the radar, if I asked you where the space was on the pitch, you'd perhaps be a little bit hesitant to give me an answer, because most of the screen is cluttered with bodies of one team or the other. And if you just look at that at first glance, you think, there isn't really too much space on the pitch here. However, if you focus on the radar at the bottom screen, and that I've just highlighted now, you can clearly see there's an absolutely huge gap around my opponent's left back position. Now, my opponent's left back position is on the bottom of the radar, if you're just wondering, because I'm playing from left to right in the purple kit, and my opponent's in the white kit playing from right to left. So you can see that in the bottom of the radar, there's a big gap right on where the left back should be. And if you didn't look at the radar, it would take you another 2 or 3 seconds of passing the ball around to find out where this space was. And in FIFA and in football in general, it's such a fast-paced game that that little 3-second delay might not sound like much, but it can be the difference between you having the opportunity to put a good ball through or put a tackle in, and you not having that opportunity. So the radar really is an absolutely crucial tool in both attacking and defending. And just to show you how important the radar really is, I'm going to slowly run this move through. Now, as you can see, when I've got the ball here, I've already hit a pass by this point, and I've hit a pass to Robin van Persie based entirely on the radar, because I can't see where Robin van Persie is. If you look very carefully, you can just see his shadow appear on the screen now. So if you were relying 100% on what you can see on the pitch and not the radar at the bottom, you wouldn't have found this pass for another second or two. And by that point, if you have a look at where I am currently on the ball, there's got quite a few opposition players in and around me. So if I hung on to that ball for another second or two, I might risk losing it. So just by looking at the radar here, it gives you an absolutely great view of the pitch that you're perhaps not going to get just by looking at the screen. And once again, as you can see here, you can clearly notice there's a big gap at left back, and you can clearly see that Robin van Persie's making a run through. And just by glancing at the radar, all you need to do is take a little tiny glance at it. You don't need to stare at it for too long, because what I'm looking for whenever I look at the radar is empty patches of the pitch. And this can be fullback positions, it can be middle of the park. All you need to do is just have a quick glance. If you can't see any coloured dots in any part of that pitch, you put the ball into it. And as you can see here, I've played a ball to a player I can't actually see on my screen at the point that I make the pass. But because I check the radar, the ball drops into absolutely acres of space, and my striker, in this case Robin van Persie, can run through and get a nice easy shot on target and eventually a goal. And if I hadn't consulted the radar at all, there's no way I would have been able to see this pass, because in console games in general, and especially football games, you have quite a limited field of view. Imagine if you were the player making that pass in real life. You're going to be down at pitch level, and you can see the amount of space that's free on the pitch. But because you're playing on a console and you're only looking from a heads-up view, sometimes it's a little bit limiting in what you can see, and this is why the radar is absolutely crucial, because you don't spend a lot of time staring at it. It's just whenever you win the ball or whenever you're on defense and you're not too sure what's going on, just that little quick tenth of a second glance at the radar is all you need, because you're not looking for anything specific, you're just looking for the shape and the pattern of play. And by spending that little bit of extra time, you really do open up a whole range of possibilities, especially in attack, but also in defense. It just makes it so much easier to see potential problems and see potential opportunities 5 or 6 seconds before your opponent notices them. And if you're ahead of him in terms of the mental battle and just thinking about what you're going to do quicker than he is, you're obviously going to win the technical battle. So guys, I'm going to cut the tutorial off there. I really hope you've enjoyed it, because this is such a basic tip, and that's what I absolutely love about these style of tutorials, because there's so many really simple things that you can use to massively benefit your game. And using the radar is such a basic tip. I can't believe lots of people think it's pointless to use the radar, but hopefully just this one example is going to give you all of the evidence you need to see that using the radar is absolutely 100% a necessity to unlock the better defenses, because you can see so many things that your opponent can't if he's not paying attention to the radar. And like you saw in this example, just that one quick glance at the radar enabled me to pass to a guy who I couldn't even see on the screen, and if I can't see him on the screen, there's no way the opponent can see him on the screen. So by doing this, you stay one step ahead. You can catch your opponent completely by surprise sometimes, because you're just running away in a complete direction. You ping a ball out that he hasn't even noticed, and you can really put him on the back foot like I did here. So guys, I really hope you've enjoyed this short tutorial, and I really hope you begin to put this to use, because it's such an easy tip. And it's such a powerful tip as well. If you guys incorporate this into your general play, you will see so many extra balls and you'll create so many more chances just through this one technique. So guys, once again, thank you so much for watching your tutorial. If you've enjoyed it, it would make a big difference to me and the channel, as always, if you could rate the video, because that just means more people can see it, and if more people can see it, more people can benefit, and the standard of your guys' play will continue to go up. So once again guys, thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a great day.